So we are the parts of analog camera. We have lens, focus ring, f-stop, rewind lever, hot shoe, shutter speed indicator, ISO selector, film advance, and shutter. Lens, a special piece of glass which reflect light from outside into the back of the camera and creates a reverse upside down image on the film at the back of the camera. Focus ring moves the lens back and forth which allow the photographer to create a sharp image of the subject. F-stop is aperture control the amount of light that's entered the camera lens and its measure in f-stop. Rewind lever, it's enable the exposed film inside the camera to be moved back into its cartridge canister before being taken off for processing. Hot shoe is the electronic variant of connector that you generally find on the top of your camera. Shutter speed indicator. A fast shutter speed creates a shorter exposure, the amount of light the camera takes in, and slow shutter speed gives the photographer a longer exposure. Film advance. Film advance, a mechanism for moving film from one special to another intermittently, one form at the time. Shutter, an adjustable mechanism that regulates the amount of light reaching variant of the length of time light is allowed to pass through the lens. This is of the parts of analog camera. And this is the parts of the back analog camera. Rewind button, take up spool, back camera, viewer, film compartment. Rewind button is to unlock the rewind mechanism so that you can the use of rewind lever to rewind the film. Take up spool. This is a metal or plastic cylinder generally located in the right side of the camera looking from behind. Camera back capture image by exposing photography film to light. Viewer is a long format camera in which the lens forms an inverted image on the ground glass screen directly at the film plane. Film compartment has a space from the film canister sprockets to guide the film across the exposure area and pressure plate to lighten the film. This is of the parts of back of analog camera. So we are the parts of front of the digital camera. Lens, capture, socket, trapping, mirror, hot shoe, self-timer, card cover, lens, and lens unblock button. Lens information that a camera can tell whether the lens has malfunction and inform you by the appropriate error code. FF copter is the function of a camera to automatically focus on a subject. Socket is to get an electronic flash to fire at the moment when the entire film of sensor is exposed to the flash. Trap log is provide data on species location, population size, and how species are interacting. Mirror used to allow the photographer to see the image through the viewfinder. Hot shoe is where the flash build is inserted for indoor photography. Self-timer is a device on a camera that gives delay between pressing the shutter release and the shutter firing. Card cover used in camera highly unlikely that your camera won't accept some form of SD card. Lens is a standard or PERT interface used by camera and lens manufacturer and ensure a secure and accurate means attaching a lens to camera body. Lens unlock unblock button. The lens mount and detach to lens by relating it. This is the parts of front of digital camera. We are the parts of back of the digital camera. Monitor, card access lamp, card cover, self timer, viewfinder, LCD panel, adjustment lever, built-in flash, cable terminal, USB video terminal, DC input terminal, and terminal cover. Monitor is simple terms alive with LCD is a large LCD on the back of digital SLR. Camera lets you view the photo you're about to take. Card access lamp, the light is just indicator to show that the camera is accessing or writing the memory card. Card cover is one of the most important parts of the camera. It is rectangular shaped parts the back of your camera that lets you see the frame your subject. The self timer lamp, as the timer count down, the shutter is released, then seconds after the shutter button is pressed. The viewfinder is one of the most important parts of the camera. Its rectangle shaped parts of back of camera lets you see the frame your subject. In digital camera, the LCD works for reviewing photos, displaying menu options, and serving as live viewfinder. Adjustment lever allow to customize the viewfinder so that you can see a clean focus image inside the viewfinder without using eyeglasses or contact lens to correct your vision. Flashlight compensate for the brightness when shooting it situation like indoors or night scenes. That is the parts of back of the digital camera. And this is the parts of back of digital camera. Battery grip connector terminal cover, battery cover, battery unlock level, battery cooler, and tripos socket. Battery is accessory for on SLR other camera which allow the camera to hold multiple batteries to extend the battery life of the camera. This is socket placed at attaching the camera to a tripod. On most SLR cameras, this socket fits.